Hey guys, this is my walkthrough of the project I did with Olly James, known now as Together. So basically, I made this track way back last year, um, and it actually didn't even sound like this was like a different BPM, but I ended up sending it to Olly James for his collab contest to see if he would like it, and turns out he did. And he chose it, and he worked on it some more, which you can actually check on his YouTube channel, where he ended up switching to make the final product. But this is it. All right, so we'll go through what my side of the project was before I sent it to Olly James. All right. So you can see it's a pretty easy project. Not too much. I mean, I have them all kind of grouped here so that I can kind of collapse them as I need to. But yeah, got the FX. Earlier we had the automations here, sidechain, the little, I don't know, I call it mute, but that's where the orchestra sounds are. You got your synths, drums, and your bass was down there too. So we'll start with the intro. All right, so that's what it sounded like. We'll start with the piano top here. So basically just filters up there. Starts from low, kind of goes up. And then you can hear the mid piano I did here. Also rising up. And then kind of like a real piano I had. So the notes kind of overlap here. So kind of pay attention to that. It makes it sound a lot more real when you do it that way. And you can see here, it's the Nexus Grand Piano. I like to use a lot of my piano sounds out of Nexus. Yeah, here you can see there's nothing on the mixer. It's just the way it is. Mid piano here. It's the exact same as that first part. Got a little guitar arp here. So basically with this sound, it is also from Nexus, not on guitar. So this one is just an arp basically, just with a guitar sound, just to make it sound a little bit more, I guess, like real. Yeah. You can see on the mixer here, basically just cut out the lows. It also sounds like that. OTT just to kind of give it some compression, a bit of a reverb. Kickstart obviously for if it's ever needed to be sidechain, the low pass filter. Nice orchestra hit. Some sweeps. And then this is a reverse vocal loop. I got it from a Cashmere pack. This is basically in the key of E, but I ended up changing the pitch so it fit better with the song. So you can get it there. Yeah, you can see how I cranked up the pitch a little bit just so it's the same key as the track. Now the build. So we added some like sub bass elements, a bit of the Reese. We brought back the top piano. We added a vocal synth, which I'll go over right away. So start with the bass. It's just a simple sub bass, nothing too crazy. So we basically just have like a sound goodizer, stereo shaper, so the limiter, LFO tools, just to give it a little bit more oomph, the EQ. The sound goodizer also give it that extra punch. So I don't know if you guys can hear this, but this is just the Reese. I have to turn it up a little bit. It's just like a better kind of like layer to put over the bass. So the piano top's the exact same, just dragged over, still the low on the filter. That's what the vocal synth sounds like. So it's got like a good kind of like atmospheric, kind of almost like a vocal chop, but kind of like a bell sound to me. I think it's also out of Nexus. Yeah, it's like a synth out of the vocoder pack. On this guy, you just have a reverb. So obviously the filter, the EQ to kind of cut out the lows so it doesn't clash with the sub. Yeah. OTT just to compress, and the reverb just to give that extra kind of echo. Yeah, the other sounds you already know, so we'll do some of the drums now. Just mute these. So, just your standard kind of build up. So, just a low feed kick here. Just have that low under the snares. This is like a snare build up from the Cashmere pack, a fill. My favorite snare roll to kind of use up for a build up for when it comes to like progressive tracks. I just love the way it comes in, like especially when you fade it in. This, it's really not needed in the track. I'm pretty sure I ended up taking this out. It was just like for an extra kind of layer, but I didn't end up really liking it. And then a big snare with a bit of a pre-sweep, and then got some sweeps here. Building up to the drop. Guess this one doesn't want to play. Noise splash. I don't know why it's not playing. there's this white noise down. Little splash there. Kind of a noise crack from a cashmere pack. An uplifter. Also doesn't want to work. Another riser. Everyone knows this cashmere riser. You get the gist. And just another riser. So that's basically the build up. Now the drop, everyone's favorite part. I'll play it first. Alright, so we'll start with the drums. Let's mute all this stuff. So you got your basic main kick. A little pre-shifted clap. Just like a stadium clap, just to kind of fill it in. A little tight snare to go with the pre-shift clap. And then a drop clap to go with the stadium clap to kind of fill in. Crash. Oh yeah, a little snare roll I did. So it kind of goes up, gets a bit higher. Same kind of snare roll from the build up. Just putting a little fill there. And just like I sampled a little cowbell from that sample loop. So a shaker and hi-hat, double layer. I just like doing a shaker with it too, because it just kind of gives it that extra little oomph. So you can hear that, and then just a little shaker. Just kind of adds a little bit to it. Nothing crazy. And then your ride. Just kind of add more to the track. The vocal loop, just kind of chopped up to go with it. Just a little white noise loop to also fill in the track a little bit with those drop claps, stadium claps. So mute all the drums now. We'll move on to the next one here. Yeah, for whatever reason, when I mute the whole group, it doesn't actually end up muting all the instruments. For whatever reason, I don't know why I did that in my other projects, but not this one. I don't know. So we'll do the basses. So it's all sidechain there. So the sub, it's the same one as the break, I believe. It's just different kind of, so it's got that little slide there to go to the next note. So it kind of goes straight, and then it slides down, and then straight, and then it slides down. Just adds a little extra pizzazz to the track. Same on the harsh bass, got the little slides. It slides up, and then straight to it, slides up. Kind of gives more uniqueness to the track. Basically just have a parametric EQ, just kind of cut out some of the lows so it doesn't clash with the sub. Variation of the sub. Move on to the synths. Excuse me. You got the pianos, lead, vocals, little vocal kind of synth again. You can see it's fully all the way up. This is just to cut it. cut and back, and so it doesn't interfere with the little scratch. Piano top and mid are the same. Supersaw lead is new. I'll show you that. It's your typical trance lead. From here you can see it's the Nexus. Filters. So yeah. Basically reverb, OTT compressor, EQ to cut out those lows. And of course filter, yeah. Vocal synth is the same. And then the mid chord is new here, just to add more to the track. Just a simple kind of saw chord I made in Selene. So yeah, you definitely need that parametric EQ to cut out those lows. Obviously kickstart to sidechain it. Yeah, big time, need that. Also sounds too muddy. This is just like a mid layer, hence why it's called mid chord. And then your FX is all the same. Yeah. Alright, this is the break, the second one. So we use that same piano mid, and then we bring back the ARP, and then we bring in like a palm muted guitar. Also add some percussion in there, some orchestral percussion on this sidechain there too, so it doesn't take away from, like the sound doesn't take away from the percussion. And then orchestral hit to signify the end of that section. So yeah, piano mid is the same. Palm muted guitar is new, so I'll show you this. So yeah, Nexus, yeah, nothing on the channel there. Guitar ARP is the exact same, but yeah. This is a simple palm muted guitar, just to kind of add a little bit of low end to it, but also kind of make it kind of stab a little bit. And then you got your orchestral drums. These are just like simple hits that I may just go like boom, boom, yeah. This kind of rolls up to it. And then that's like the main hit. Yeah. So the next part here is a powerful drum part. No, I want to do a part like this because it kind of reminds me of like a concert where they're like the drummers like doing like meaningful drums there. I just want to incorporate that in one of my tracks, and then yeah, so we have like the lo-fi kind of kick with everything filtered down before the second build up. And then the same build up as the first one going into the second drop. Alright, so this one. So it's just your basic stuff there. Sidechain to the kick every time it hits, so it can punch through. Just the regular kick from the drop. Yeah, let me just mute these. I'll show you the drums there. So this is panning cymbals, crash cymbals, as you can see here in the mixer. So one is panned to the left and one is panned to the right. So just with that little knob there. And then the lo-fi kick comes in there. Lo-fi kick, however it's pronounced. And then your build up. Already went over that, it's just brought over, it's the same one. Alright, so the second drop, this little beginning part. So to kind of bring it in like weirdly like that, I got the inspiration for that when I was listening to Ignite by K391 and Alan Walker, just because like the last drop in that song just is like a weird little part where it doesn't start as normal, it kind of delays a little bit. So I did that in this one because I really like that. So I did like a stutter effect for this one. So the piano kind of stutters there. Same with the mid piano. Yeah. You can see I have the glitch going here because that one I didn't actually chop up in the piano roll. I actually just put like a re-trigger here and then the gator. So I'll play that again. And then yeah, business as usual, everything else is the same. The mid chord also, this one I kind of chopped up a little bit, kind of sounded like future bassy. But yeah, also with the glitch, a little wacky riser here, like a reverse crash there, and then everything else is the same. So yeah. Yeah, those piano top, all those are just the stutter kind of versions. So this tonal riser is also different, added in the second year. Just kind of ping pongs with the side chain here, without the side chain, with the side chain. Just kind of pulses a little bit more. And this outro. And out with the reverse vocal loop. So I'll show you this, just the same piano top, same piano mid as before. It's filtered down, just like they are in the breaks. The biggest change here, or the biggest takeover, I guess, for the sound is like that vocal synth. It gets its true shine here. And then yeah, those extra notes at the end, just so it hits on the end. So with the vocal synth, so it rings out, and then it goes like this. And then it rings out again. And it just adds such a good like emotional layer. Yeah, I love that. So good. The stutter, and other than that, everything's the same. Biggest change here, I guess I also forgot to mention, was the endless smile I added on here. Just kind of crank it up a little bit there, just to kind of, so I'll show you the intensity crank. It just kind of cranks like that. It's automated to do that, just because with that one it kind of increases the highs, it kind of takes out the low, and then increases the reverb a little bit, just so it like shines a bit more. But yeah, other than that, it's regular kind of project, like nothing too crazy. Just kind of grouped them separately here. I like my organization. Here's all my samples I used. You can see them all here. I always like rename them, so you won't really know where they came from. But yeah, here's all my sequences, my patterns. So we got the piano tops and like secondary stutters for the mid and the piano top, super saw. Palm mute guitar harp, just a blank pattern at the end. We got like the double drop basses, the break bases, yeah, harsh bass again. So basically, the reason I doubled them up like that, I had to do a second pattern, was just because when I go onto the drop here, that like second half of the drop, it where it kind of does a little scratch, it's got to just cut the bass a bit, and I wasn't able to just like cut the original like pattern. It would just cut it off for the whole bar. So I just had to do a secondary kind of like pattern. Here's all of my automation. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. Yeah, just kind of simple. Like I said, Ollie James took this in another direction, so he added his flair to it, and it just completed the track. I love what he did to it. He changed it like not very much, like all the breaks were still the same, but when he changed like the drops, it just sounded so much better. And yeah, you can see here on my mixer, like I like to have everything side chaining, so I have all the buses going to it. So I got like all sidechain to the main kick. Um, I think the lo-fi kick too, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I got like the bass bus. Like to keep my drums all organized. Little like avatar things on the top. So you got the bus, and then like everything is except for those, but most of all the sounds here kind of go to the bus that it's assigned to. Um, yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing too crazy. You can see like the levels are set there, because I like to set the levels in the mixer as opposed to like on the patterns. And then yeah, like everything kind of goes on the effects to the effects group bus, because then it goes to the side chain so that it doesn't like take over too much over the kick. But I mean, like with effects, you don't really have to side chain the kick too bad. On the master, it's got an OTT compressor. Got my parametric EQ just to cut out the 20 hertz and 18 hertz, just because no one hears it. So I'll show you here. It's like a preset. So right there, it like cuts it on the like super low and super high. So just so it's not like just messing up the mix. Got the limiter obviously, so there's no clipping. The smile I showed you on that little second drop part, and then the glitch I showed you too with that second drop too. But yeah, you see the little gators there. Yeah. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, like this project, it didn't take me too long. I just have a good, like, I guess workflow because I keep it really like organized. So if I have to like go back, I know exactly where my sounds are, and they're not like mixed up in there. Like on one track, I'll have like, instead of like between like five tracks having the sound like going up and down, like on all the tracks, just keep it all on the same track. Keeps it a lot easier. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Be sure to check out Ollie James's version so you can see what he changed on it, um, with like the stems that I sent him from this project. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Hope you learned a lot. And if you have any questions, be sure to DM me on Instagram. All right, peace.